Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is going to be my top 10 favorite K-beauty complexion, cheek, and lip products. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. This video is going to be about a top 10 with my favorite K-beauty, C-beauty, sort of anything that isn't an eye product, you could say. So I really went into my collection and picked my top favorite products to give you some recommendations as part of K-beauty week here on the channel. So I have some BB creams and cushion foundations here for you, some concealer, I've got blush and highlighter, and then I also have some of my favorite lip products. So yeah, I hope you really get some use out of this video, and that if you were looking to buy into K-beauty or Asian brands, that this can be a good starting point for you. Before I get to the products, I do want to point out that I will have some links in the description box down below because I have reviews up for all of these products. So if you want to see these swatched on my face in a full face makeup look, it's all there over on the blog. So in case you're wondering why there aren't any swatches in this video, that's why. You can find that content elsewhere. And I will have some shopping links down below as well. I am affiliated with YESSTYLE, so that's where most of the shopping links will go to. And if you use my code FLOATDREAM23, you can get some money off as well. That one is always linked in my description box down below, but this way I just wanted to highlight a little bit extra. I don't think anything I have here for you today was sent to me in PR. All of these things I did buy with my own money, just so you know. So let's start with the base products first. I don't really have anything in terms of like primer and powder. I feel within Asian beauty for a very long time, the sort of focus on like for skin-based makeup was very mattifying, and especially with a lot of the powders, they are very much promoted as being like oil control sort of products. I have dry skin. I don't need that. I like it if I've got a little bit of glow and I'm not too matte. So I therefore don't love a lot of Asian beauty powders, even though I have tried some in the past. I like the Etude House one that I used up last year, but unfortunately that one was discontinued and I can no longer find it. So that's a bit of shame. I may have to go hunt down for another good Asian beauty brand powder, but one that isn't mattifying, because that's just not my vibe. First things first, of course, we have to talk about BB creams. BB creams and me, we go way back when BB creams became a thing around like 2012, 2013 already, and that's when a lot of other like Western brands also started doing BB creams and cushion foundations. So that was like my first foray into like Asian beauty, and the brand I found at the time was Missha. Their Perfect Cover BB cream is a favorite for sure, but the Choboyang BB cream I find a little bit more hydrating, and I think I like the shade match a little bit better because this is in shade 17, and that's a shade not all brands do. And I'm sort of like in between like a 17 and a 21 sometimes a 19. 21 can be right for me, but sometimes it's a bit too yellow. Like I sometimes struggle finding my shade for sure. This probably doesn't come in heaps of shades though, I'm terribly sorry. But I have found that the things that do come in a lot of shades aren't necessarily my favorites. So from like a texture perspective or whatever. So I do want to focus on favorites, so I do apologize if this is not available in your shade, but number 17 in the Choboyang is absolutely wonderful. This is incredibly hydrating, and before I had ever tried BB creams, I did not use any sort of foundation-like product because I couldn't, like my sensitive skin just couldn't handle any sort of foundation. I would always get itchy bumps and all that stuff, but once I discovered BB creams, that was all out the door because they really fuse together the best part of like skincare and makeup, in my opinion. So the Choboyang especially. This has an SPF of 30, which is also good. This doesn't mean you don't have to use a separate SPF, but I do like having that additional step there. So for a cushion foundation, I wanted to go in with the Unleasha Don't Touch Glass Pink Cushion in 21N. This is an incredibly hydrating formula as well. I really rate the product. And this is a little bit different from your regular cushion. It comes with a little pad, and then underneath it you can see these holes, and then here to the side you actually have a button you can press, and then the product will come out. The only issue I had with this is that it did squirt all over the place, and I did get some makeup like on my clothes. So I have been just putting the pad on top when I squeeze it out to prevent that from happening again, and that's been working marvelously for me. But yeah, a lot of my cushion foundations that I tried out last year, I really, really enjoyed. I think I kept like 7 or 8 of the ones that I've tried. I think I tried like 12 different ones, and there were only a few that I really wanted to declutter, and mainly because the shade wasn't quite right. It was either a bit too dark, or it oxidized badly, or it was just a little bit too yellow overall. But it wasn't because I didn't like the formulas. Formula wise, I think I really rate cushion foundations and BB creams so much higher than I do regular foundations sometimes. And then we have my favorite K-Beauty concealer, the Saem tip concealer, Cover Perfection tip concealer in shade 0.5. I used one up of these in the past. That's how much I love it, and I repurchased it in a slightly lighter shade because I think I had a different shade. It was called like beige something. I think it was 1.5, and it was a little bit too dark, but then I found out that they actually made lighter shades. This just wasn't available on YESSTYLE at the time, so that's why I didn't see it. And this is also on my face today, because if you saw my full face makeup look that I did on Tuesday, that's the look that's on my face today. Moving on to cheeks, I've got 3 blushes for you and 1 highlighter, so start with the highlighter. No bronzer-like products, because they do a little bit of contouring in a lot of the K-Beauty brands that I've tried, but bronzers aren't really it. So I just don't have a lot of recommendations. I found one product that I can use as a bronzer, but that isn't even like marketed as a bronzer. It's just not really a thing. It's like bronzing your face is just not really something that is part of the Asian beauty aesthetic, I feel. But highlighter they definitely do. This is the Prism highlighter from Clio. It's in the shade Fairy Pink. And this was such a bad decision on my part, because this is the second time I've owned it. Not because I use it up, but because when I was like doing a declutter, I had swatched, like whenever I do declutters, I first swatch out my entire makeup collection for you guys, and also for myself, to see what it is I have and how similar things are. And with my little swatching game, I actually figured out that this was too similar to another highlighter I really liked. So I decided to declutter it that year, only to miss it in my, just miss it in my life. And that way you also know whether you really need a product, as if you've owned it and then you start missing it and you're like, I need to buy that again. So I waited for this to come back in stock. It's a pink to gold sort of highlighter, which if you have fair skin, this may look very intimidating, I find, but because it's a K-Beauty brand, it's very sheer, it's very buildable, yet easy to use, and it's this really nice sort of warm glow on your cheeks. I love wearing shades like this in the summertime. And the rest of my recommendations for cheeks are all blushes. My long-standing favorite is the Juicy Pang blusher from Upyo. I have 4 shades. I didn't want to take them all up here because this is the one I use the most. This is the shade Strawberry. It's like a warmish pinky peach. It's really, really beautiful. These look like a little nail polish, and that way you can apply it. I know some people who go through these really quickly. I've never gone through mine, so they're still fine. I can still use them. This is just the one I reach for the most, but I also have a cherry a cherry shade, which is like a reddish tone. I have, I think it's called grape. No, I have guava, which is this very sort of neutrally tone, and then I have raspberry, which is this like purpley tone, but this is the one that I reach for the most. Again, something I wear a lot in the summertime, and these are really similar to the M Cosmetics serum blushes, the ones that come with the little dropper. They're very similar in texture. Then something I thought was truly innovative, I saw this on Robert Welch's channel and knew I had to try it, and this is by Noose. This is the Mousse Care Cheek, and also their liquid versions are really nice. They also have some that come in glass bottles. I have 3 of those, which I also really enjoy. But this was where the innovation in my brain really happened. These are really nice cool tone shades as well. But what this brand does in this little tube, because these are travel sizes, I believe. At least that's what they're meant to do. And they come out with a gray to cool down, because I think it's, yeah, the shade is cooled down. So it's meant to make your liquid blushes more cool toned. That's what this is for. It's a mix-in shade. It's not meant to be worn by itself, and I have been wearing it a lot with Dim Dum, which is from the same line, but this is a really pretty, Already quite a cool tone mauvey plum sort of shade for your cheeks, but with this, it becomes this really pretty sort of like grayish lilac. These are really stunning. I really enjoyed wearing these in the winter time. And then again, a product I have multiples of, but that I was just too lazy to take up here. But my favorite shade of these Fui pudding pots is Slay. So that's the one that I decided to take up here. This product is being duped into the high heavens, but this is the original. It comes in a really nice frosted glass bottle. These are really heavy. And then the cap stands for the color family that these come in, because that's one of the things that I find so brilliant with a lot of K-beauty brands, is that they really nicely section their color products into undertones as well, and that can make it very easy to shop. If you know, like, oh, I have a cool undertone, I need to go for this, or if I want to go for something warm toned, I need to go for this. So they have, I think, 5 or 6 different color families, and within those color families you have both warm and cool shades. So I think there are like 30 shades in this line. I have 4. I have one from the red line, one from the purpley line, one from the rosy line, and one from like the brownie neutral line. And then there are 2 that didn't really speak to me. I do feel that a lot of the shades do pull very similarly once on the cheeks, so I don't feel you need this many, but I really enjoy them, and this is just such a good like plummy mauve tone. It's a nice cool tone. It looks really intense in the packaging, but you only need a little bit with these. You just dab your finger in, spread it out on your other finger, and then apply it, and you're good to go. And because these are moussey, I feel they do have a bit of a matte dry down. So if you don't like a matte blush look, this may not be for you. Then the Juicy Pang one is better, or Noose, because those are also quite shiny. But this is incredibly long wearing. It lasts all day. It doesn't budge. And these can also be used on the lips. So if you're in a pinch, you can also use these on your lips, because this isn't just a blush product. It's actually meant to go on several areas of your face. So you could do, I think you can do like a full makeup look with this. I think in a pinch you can even like dab it on your eyelids if you want to. Finally, we have lips, and I've got 3 things to show you, so that rounds out the top 10. And I do not need to tell you that I love lip tints. K-beauty lip tints are out of this world amazing, and my favorite brand from them is Romand. This is their Juicy Lasting Tint in Odd Gray. This is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. It's a very nice light sort of purpley, plummy lilac. It's so, so beautiful. And Romand actually extended a lot of the shades of their lip tints last year, and they came out with so many good cool tones. So if you're looking for good cool toned lip products, check out Romand, because they do a lot of things. I also love the Glasting Water Tint. I love their Dewy Full Water Tint. I love their Blurry Fudge water tint. I also enjoy their Glossy Glasting Tint. I like their, I think they're just called Glossy Balm Tint, which is like a lip balm type product with a little bit of a tint to them. They do so many good things. I have, like, I think if I look at, like, I have 2 little sections for K-beauty lip products, and I think one of them is completely filled with Romand lip tints. Like, I'm not kidding. I have so many of these, and I love them all. I have different shades. I've got reds, and I've got plummy things, and I've got warm tone things, and I've got so many things. And if I want to go for a lip tint, I know what to reach for, because these are absolutely stunning. So I don't care which one you like. I have so many reviews up with K-beauty lip tints, though, so I can link some of those in the description box down below in case you're curious. So then I will be swatching them all out for you. I did declutter a lot of it over time because I was like looking for my favorites, but I've really honed in on these Romand things, and the Juicy Lasting Tints are some of my favorites. Then another favorite if you want more pigment, because lip tints can be a little bit sheer, like they have pigmentation, but because they have this dry down that sort of like tints your lips, I feel the formula is always a little bit thin, and it therefore like looks differently throughout the day. So if you want something that has a little bit more pigmentation and like blocks out your natural lip color more easily, then perhaps go with this. This is the Peripera Ink Velvet. I'm holding up shade 31. It's called Wine Nude, and I love wearing this in the fall time. It's my perfect sort of deeper nude that has a little bit of plum, but it has a little bit of warmth as well. It's incredibly beautiful. I won't swatch it for you because I will not be able to take this off. It's so, so stunning. I have like 3 reds in this. I have like peachy tones. I've got rosy pinks. I have like 7 of 8 of these. And I've been like slowly over time trying out shades to find the ones that I like best. And I now have a couple that I really enjoy. But the standout favorite is Wine Nude for me. So that's why I'm featuring it here. But this is another excellent K-beauty product. There's a reason why I have like 8 of them. And finally, my latest obsession when it comes to K-beauty lip products has been these little fouille glosses. So like the fouille pudding pots I already showed you, they do these glosses. These are called the 3D voluming glosses. And I have this one in both textures because these come in 2 different types of like levels of pigmentation. You have the 30% type, which also has a slightly clear lid, and then you have the 70% type. The shade is the same, but the level of intensity varies. If you have a deep skin tone, they recommend the 70%, and if you have fair skin, they recommend the 30%. But with this shade, which is Currant, which is this really nice sort of like purpley pink, I wanted to try both. I also have Scotch, and then one of them, the red one I have, which is called Engdu, I think. That one was sent to me by YESSTYLE, and that's how I was introduced to the product. I was like, this is amazing. I just need this in shades that I'm going to be more, like I'm going to be wearing more, because a red gloss and me, we don't really do that all that often. But a plummy sort of thing, I tend to wear a lot. It's really amazing. I love these little like I love their packaging as well. Like the entire aesthetic of the brand, I'm just really in love with. And it's just smart. It's really, really smart. And like with the blurry pudding pots that they do, these come in different undertones, and that's how they've like labeled them and how they sell them to you. So if you look for that, then that's excellent as well. So those were my top 10 favorite sort of complexion, cheek, and lip products from K-beauty brands. Definitely stay tuned for more because I will have 2 more videos for you in K-beauty week. So I hope this video was helpful and that you got some use out of it, so that if you were looking for some good K-beauty products, that you now have some. And I really think that K-beauty can be so underrated. You definitely do need to dig through things sometimes with brands that you don't know to find the good stuff. But I have found so many good K-beauty things on YESSTYLE, so that's why I keep shopping on there. I keep trying things out, and I have found so many good things in the Asian beauty realm. You do need to accept that not everything that they sell is going to work for you or is going to work the way you expect if all you've used is Western makeup. That's just something you need to bear in mind, because Asian beauty tends to factor in a slightly different aesthetic to what we find here. I feel that in recent years it has shifted a bit, which is why I think K-beauty has become more popular in recent years, because, you know, with the whole clean beauty aesthetic, I feel that that goes a lot with what K-beauty has to offer. So I feel they're targeting Western consumers a bit more than they did like back in the day when I first started buying BB creams. So there's definitely, therefore, also shade extensions, I think, and things like that happening as well, which I think is a good thing. So thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned for more, and then I'll see you again really, really soon in a new video. Bye-bye!